Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here in the third place game against the Netherlands and team Germany. Let me introduce the two teams starting from the Netherlands. And get your hands for number one, Pascal. Let it go. Number two, Number 17, shoes on the island. Number 31, Minas Young. And number 40, Dennis la prossima polemiche ascolto il caso è sopra. And now we let the hand for Team Germany. Number one, Jessica. Number 6, Stefan Megele. Number 8, Stefan Utze. Number 10, Dean Grady. Number 18, David Kude. Number 28, Anna Schutz. Number 38, Nassim Ahmed. Number 61, Karen Shishike. Number 94, David Howard. And the captain is number 22, Jorge Dia. Coach is number 9, Andrea Fokker and Julian Bredel. Now, referees of the games are Finland, Ika, Siki, and from Italy, Fabrizio Iotti. Now, please pay attention to this round. Only one moment for the speech.
Number 8, Stefan Butt, Orsi Gianterò, il suo ultimo gioco per la Germania, e vogliamo ringraziarlo per il suo impegno. Stefan Butt, number 8, Germany, today also played last match for Germany. He is a very popular and famous player of the German team, and he has organized the World Championship 2014 in Berlin. In other words, I can say that he truly is a Powerchair of the graduates. And we want to thank him for his dedication and for his full power. Thank you, Stefan.
And now, initial conference.
Der Lied der Deutschen will be sending us into the bronze medal games here at the World Championships of Powerchair Hockey. For those of you at home who may not have quite caught what was going on before the game, German veteran number 8, Stefan Utz, will be retiring after the game. At 49, he has decided that it's time for him to make way for younger players. Utz, a veteran player of the game, of course. He has been with us ever since the inception, basically. And he was a big part of the German team that won the World Cup in 2010, right here in Lignano. He will start on the bench, though, however. And the German starting lineup consists of goalkeeper Jesse Thoma, of number 6, Stefan Megele, number 61, Kan Sisik, number 94, David Bauer, and number 38, Nassim Akram. So Captain Jörg Wiel goes out of the starting lineup for the Germans, and in comes Megele. It's a bit of a surprise. At this point in the tournament, the starting lineups are usually pretty well defined. The Dutch lineup In the goal, number 1, Pascal Fredegård. Number 2, Ilse van Kaminade. Number 14, Danish van der Bomen. Number 17, Jules van der Heijden. And number 4, Max Lambrechts. So Kaminade getting a chance to start for the Dutch. She takes the place of Maud Roysken. We are just about ready to get going. Both of these teams, of course, lost their semifinal. That's how you end up in the third place game. Both did so in rather dramatic and heartbreaking fashion. Both of these teams will then try to shake off the disappointment and pull themselves together and try to at least salvage a medal here from the World Championships of Powerchair Hockey. Players on both teams were seen in tears after their semifinals. Both teams had obviously high hopes for winning the tournament. Holland in particular were massive favorites going into the tournament. And disappointed, of course, to lose out to the Cinderella team of Denmark. Denmark not generally considered a World Championship contender, and so that makes, I assume, the sting of the loss even worse for the Dutch. The Germans faced Van der Heijden, saved by Trommer. Beautiful pass from Van den Bomen. He is so good at picking out teammates. Now a counterattack. Cizek, shot, score! Whoa! He almost flips over his chair in celebration. Hans Cizek gets the Germans off to a great start. And would you look at the emotion from Cizek? No doubt he wants the bronze very bad. This is not a guy who is disappointed still from yesterday. This is a guy who's ready to go. 1-0, Germany. In the blink of an eye, Van der Heijden had a great shot just moments earlier, missed it, and off of that, the Germans went out on the counterattack. Cizek, instead of trying to pass to his teammate Afra, pass around Van den Bomen, he just shot at what looked like about 3/4 court. The Germans in their semifinal faced a bit stronger opponent in the hosts of Italy, and in a very sort of cagey and low-tempo game, the Italians and Germans drew 1-1 in regulation and no score in the extra time, and so the game went to penalties where the 3 first shots were undecisive. In fact, the Germans had a great chance to move through when all they needed was a score from Cizek on the 3rd penalty of the game. He missed, however, and 5 shots was needed to determine a winner. Huge contact here between Cizek and Van den Bomen. Van den Bomen seems to be all right. And Cizek gets a talking to from referee Il Kasiki. Cizek clearly excited and amped up for this game. Ooh, stolen by Afra. Shot off the post. Cizek with the follow-up. He will go around the net. He's caught. Can he find Afra maybe? Or Bauer behind him? A foul on Van den Bomen. Maybe a slashing, maybe? In any case, the Germans will retain possession. Great shot from Afra, just off the post. Van der Heijden wants the ball right back. He slams his stick into the floor in frustration with the rough treatment he was getting from Afra. And Ilkasiki, the Finnish referee, clearly senses that this game could get out of hand, and so he gives Afra a verbal warning, try to nip the emotions in the bud here. Van der Bomen checked by Bauer. Megale there as well. The Germans are back in there. 3-1 defense, the German wall. Van der Heijden. Holland, though, well equipped probably to punch through this three-man defense from Germany. They excel at making long cross-court passes, and that will get the three-man line from Germany moving sides to sides, opening up space. But once you get through the wall, you have to get through as well. Kan Sisik, who is sitting deep and sweeping up any. Oh, Van der Heijden. And just as I warned the Dutch that they would also have to get by Sisik, they do just that. A deep pass from Van der Bomen, handled well by Van der Heijden, gets by Sisik, who was sort of gambling, trying to intercept the pass. So all squared up at 1-1. Afra, the MVP very much of the German team, gets to the edge, can't find a shot. Van der Bomen checks him. Afra trying to send it back, but doesn't quite manage. Megale will fight for it, but it's underneath, I think, Van Kaminade's chair. Bauer picks it up. He will leave it to Sisik. Afra with a quick turn. He can find Sisik. Sisik fumbles it and just sends it right back to Afra, who will start the German offense over. Lambrecht's pass to Sisik. Here's Bauer. And Van der Heijden shoves Bauer into the boards. So the Germans pick up possession. To get a sense of the shock that the Powerchair hockey community has been put in by the Dutch loss yesterday. This is the first IWAS tournament that will not have the Dutch in the final. Shot from way downtown. Sisik somehow gets away from that scrum and he shoots immediately. Here I was in the middle of some story about the Dutch loss yesterday, and boom, out of nowhere, Sisik again with a shot from distance. So Sisik makes good on his mistake earlier. Van der Bomen, Mengele there, nice play. Sisik keeps it alive for Bauer. It's underneath Van der Bomen. Sisik now. Can he find Afra maybe? No, a shot, but saved by Vredegaard. Sisik sends it back, and the Germans start over. It's been a theme throughout this tournament that good teams really excel at staying in possession even after they have taken their shot or made a daring pass. Oh, just kept the pass away, did Van der Bomen. Sisik will pick it up. A lot of contact all over the court. Sisik to Afra. He can't handle it. Van der Heijden with maybe just a bit more reach than Afra. Picks it up. Van der Bomen will try to find his GP Bulls teammate. Van der Heijden getting physical with Sisik. We haven't seen this strategy from many teams facing the Germans. To actually go seek contact with Sisik, who's a tough player. Afra trying to put a little pressure on Van der Heijden. Giving the Dutch so much time on the ball here. It's very scary. They are brilliant passers, every one of them, and can pick out a teammate. Van der Bomen now the playmaker for Holland. He's looking for one of his signature passes that will cut open the German defense. Van der Heijden not quite ready for it, however. And Sisik picks it up rather easily. Oh, Troma needs to cover this up. She doesn't. What's the call here? It is a foul on Van der Heijden. So no goal. Sisik with a very daring move in front of his own net, and he ends up playing the ball into the area. Troma wasn't ready for it. She had started her blocking, and it seems that you will have to take the good with the bad with Kaan Sisik today. Brilliantly scoring 2 goals already, but also with some risky defensive play. Van der Heijden shot blocked by Troma. And Bauer will pick it up. Afra dribbles. He's so good at this. No call on Caminade. Well, now they get it. It's a little... if the referee thinks that was a foul on Caminade, surely it should have been penalized by more than just a free ball. Afra was in on goal, and seems to me like he was robbed of a goal-scoring opportunity. Well, seems like the Dutch will get away with only a free ball. And they have now elected to take a timeout. If the Germans coaches will be well advised, I think, to cool down Sisik a little bit. He's very amped up, and it has looked a little dicey in defense from Sisik. And of course, he has scored both goals as well. So maybe if you calm him down, he won't take these shots from downtown. So it's a balancing act, that's for sure. But clearly the Germans are determined to show that their elimination last night is forgotten. Afra, from this position, he can with the ball on his blade in reverse. He has shown time and time again that he can release shots from very surprising angles, catching opponents off guard. There's a shot, but it's blocked by Van der Heijden. Van den Bowman picks it up, sends it back, but it's right at Afra. It takes a funky bounce off the boards, and Sisik will build up play for Germany. Afra positioning himself as if to say, "Please give me the ball, Khan." Sisik against Van der Heijden, the long reach. Pass in front, but Afra too far away. Nice play by Afra, I thought, but the Dutch fans wanted a foul. None coming, though. Afra. Reversing into Van den Bowman here, no call. He tries to get around the goal, and when he doesn't, well, he can send it right back to Sisik. That is the... Van den Bowman. Sisik didn't know he was there. And turns around right into him. Van den Bowman called for the block. And our Italian referee, Gianotti, gives him a stern talking to. Afra, gets by Lambrechts. He has Sisik, fakes the pass. Again, a cynical foul from Van den Bowman, and he picks up a booking. Ilkka Sika, the Finnish referee, earns some sarcastic applause from the Dutch fans. So Van den Bowman already after 12 minutes with a green card. 2 green cards, of course, means a suspension, so a 2-minute suspension. So he's walking a fine line now. The Dutch, I don't think, can really do without him. Maybe we'll see a substitution coming up. Or maybe the Dutch will grit their teeth and Bauer? No, the shot from Afra blocked initially, but and Bauer seemed to have a chance. Finally gonna let Bauer go. Maybe the chairs were tangled up. Bauer moves the boards to get free of Lambrechts. Could have been a foul, but I suppose the Dutch already had a free ball, so Bauer running no risk. Megele will face Van den Bowman now. He turns around, gets the edge. Can he find Van der Heijden? No, it's blocked by Sisik. Well done. Van den Bowman wins it right back. Tough defender too, Van den Bowman. A slashing penalty here on Afra, and he will get a booking, it seems. And so the offensive stars of each team now with a booking. The Dutch have lots of interesting alternatives to Van den Bowman. Tatahi, of course, Kamal Tatahi, but also young gun Odifella, will probably see some action in this game. The Germans have more of a more narrow team. David Huber seems to be the obvious replacement for Afra. Maybe the veteran, soon-to-be retiree, Stefan Utz, would come in, but the Germans would be in a lot of trouble having to go without Afra. the game's first substitution. Maud Roysken comes into the game, and the Dutch are now in what have been their starting lineup for large parts of the tournaments. Van der Bomen back at it. He will see if he can pick out Van der Heyden. Van der Bomen sends it back. Van der Heyden goes and gets it. No contest from the Germans. Oysken's working on Megele. Maybe she wants to set the edge for Van der Heyden unsuccessfully. Almost getting it this time on the other side. It's very annoying for Sisik to having to deal with Van der Bomen constantly being in the way. He can't move freely. Sisik is afraid to go up and try and go for interceptions because he's not sure if he will be able to make it back with Van der Bomen, or in this case, Van der Heyden in his back. The game settled into this rhythm of Van der Bomen trying to work on the shot from Van der Bomen. He needs the tiniest sliver of space. And he takes a page out of Sisik's book and shoots from 3/4 or maybe 2/3 court. So squared up again. The Germans need more magic from Afra. Excuse me, more magic from Sisik, or some magic from Afra. Afra, of course, the playmaker. He is the source of many of Germans' offensive actions. Oh, beautiful pass and finish from Kaan Sisik. Wow. Are these guys good or what? Afra in that position of in that pose of backing up with the ball at his blade, that means he with a very, very short release in a tiny amount of time, he can send very hard, precise passes cross court. And Sisik first times it brilliantly with the backhand into the net. Megele and Oyskens going at it. It's a blocking violation by Oyskens, according to the referee. The Dutch fans seem to disagree. Unsurprisingly, of course. Well, Afra will build up. And so the game has been back and forth, but tied for only a few minutes in total. Sisik and Afra both reversing towards the Dutch goal. Afra, all this spinning is so hard to guard. He can find Sisik again if he wants. Curls around. Oyskens is there to stop him. Sisik, can he find a shot? Power, no. Van der Heyden picks up a foul. Afra so hard to stop when he has the ball sort of glued to his blade like that, and he makes all these spinning actions. Fender Bowman, saved by Trommer. A huge stop by Jessica Trommer. Guarding Fender Bowman when he's that close to goal. Beautiful stop by Trommer. Afra tried to force his way through. Moiskin read him like an open book. Lambrechts as well. Now he's surrounded. Fender Bowman picks it up. Sisik though. And the Germans will move it out. Yep, there it is. Oh, Sisik can start build-up play for the Germans. He has an edge here. Lambrechts gets back in a hurry. Sisik finds Afra eventually. Here he goes again. One-on-one with Van der Heijden. Saved by Vredegaard. Oh, and a nice defensive effort by Van der Heijden. Afra rams hard into Van der Heijden. He immediately apologizes, and I think that apology may have saved him from further sanctions by the referee. Remember, Afra has a green card already, so he's walking a tight line. The Dutch fans very invested in this game. They are frustrated that Afra didn't receive further punishment. You always fear for hard contact against Van der Heijden. He suffers from a disease that means his bones are very brittle and very, very weak. Essentially, they break very easily, and so even contact that for you and me will look fairly light is pretty dangerous for these guys. Fender Bowman, Tatahi, the same disease. In Denmark, we call the disease a glass burn. I mean, and we call them glass children. They break so easily. You get a substitution here. I'm afraid that Van der Heijden may have been hurt in that spot. Van der Heijden, I was introduced to him in the 2 versus 2 championship challenge in Denmark a couple of years ago, and he was there this summer as well, and he was forced to leave the tournament as a broken bone in his leg was hit again. For you and me, not very hard, but somehow it snapped again, and he was forced to retire from the tournament. These guys have had dozens of bones break in their life, and I think this is it for Van der Heijden. So Rudi Feller will take over for Van der Heijden. This the World Championship for Powerchair Hockey waits for no one. So Feller, the young prospect for Holland. Van der Bowman works on Trommer. Trommer, a candidate for goalkeeper of the tournament for sure. She has done amazing work for the Germans. Now maybe an issue with Van der Bowman. It's of course important for the referees to limit all this contact, considering how sort of fragile these players are. Feller with a shot blocked by Trommer. and they send it back and reset. The German defense hasn't proven quite as effective today as it did last night against Germany. Excuse me, against Italy, of course. Italy were barely able to create anything, and of course the game ended 1-1, so not a lot of scoring at either end. But the defender moment. Oh, I think this is the wrong call from Sika. Looked to me as if Van der Bowman just whiffed, and he was the one hitting Sisek's stick. But okay, so the Dutch fans feeling like they have been wronged by the referee, they get a little something back. It had potential for a breakaway as well for the Germans, so a pretty big call here. Bauer turns around, Feller. Here's Van der Bowman. Van der Bowman still in the corner shot, but partially blocked at least by Bauer. And another foul and a green card for Sisek. It would be pretty. It is at this point hard to imagine that either Sisek or Afra at some point will be suspended for 2 minutes, and their team will have to play short-handed. Thoma, it's behind her. She doesn't know it. Lambrecht's trying to find a shot. Bauer turns him away. Sisek will get it out eventually. Afra picks it up. 10 seconds to go. They might get a shot here. Sisek. Oh, saved by Vredegor. I was sure Sisek was scoring. Sisek shakes his head, talks to himself. He knew that was a great chance. So, as bronze medal games often are, they are pretty entertaining. Both teams playing freely with a little bit of edge, a little bit of frustration from their semifinal loss. This is no different. 3-2 at the halftime. And I will be back in about 9 minutes to take you through the second half of this game.
Here we are. Welcome back to the EFA Village Arena for this tournament. We are with Alexander Pinsen from Denmark. Thank you for being here, Alexander. We need a preview for this final game, Denmark against Italy. You know that you play in Italy against Italy. So what's the feeling?
It's going to be very exciting, I think. It's going to be a very close match. And it could be both Italy or Denmark that can win it, I think. It's my first time here, so very exciting for me.
So is it your first time? What kind of game can we expect? It more physical, more tactical, or what is it?
I think a tactical game, I think, is about both teams will hold the ball, and I think about some passes and see who will go first for the goal.
What did you learn about Italy viewing the last game?
I learned about they like to hold the ball a lot, and they like to stay back, and when they are going to attack, they're going all man up.
So, Alexander, thank you very much, and have a good luck for the final game.
Thank you.
And within 1 minute, we will start the second half of a third place game. See you.
Welcome back to the second half of the bronze medal game. Here from the World Championships of Powerchair Hockey 2018. A single substitution has been made during halftime. Max Lambrechts have been removed from Holland, and in comes Ilse van Kamerade. Lambrechts, I believe, has played maximum minutes for Holland. Well, maybe not the game against their game against Canada, but meaningful minutes. I think Lambrechts have played basically the entire time. So the Dutch are changing it up here. Remember, the big thing to look out for here in the second half is the disciplinary status from Sisik and Afra. Both players have a green card already, and maybe then some, and will have to be very careful not to. Oh, shot from Afra, blocked by Fedegor. That shot is so hard to cover up, and Fedegor stays awake in the Dutch goal. Oh, Waltz runs away from Afra. A rare mistake. What's the call here? Slashing on Afra. Sisik would have gotten the ball though. So. Oh, excuse me. I overlooked the substitution of German captain Jörg Diehl has entered the game instead of Stefan Megele. Diehl, the veteran, and then his veteran Jörg Diehl has been preferred to Megele in most of the meaningful German minutes. Played most of the game last night as well against Italy. Van der Bowman. Afra steals it, maybe. Bowman gets it back. I mean, it's going to be tough getting it out from here. You never know. Bowman's capable of just about anything. There he gets it away. Philip picks it up. And the Dutch collect. constantly fighting the temptation to call Rudi Völler for Rudi Völler after the German soccer players in the 80s and 90s. So bear with me if I should slip into a Fuller here and there. Völler. And the moment to Völler. Völler takes on Deal. Afra now. Blocks the pass. Bauer. Can he get rid of it? He can't. Van der Bomen picks it up. Sends it back to Völler. And the Dutch are resetting their offense. The German defense slightly out of balance. Bauer hasn't quite gotten back to his position. Now he does. And we are back to this. Almost a set piece for these two teams. This is where they feel comfortable. The Dutch offense likes to sit deep and pick out these long-range passes. And the German defense prefer this three-man line at about the half court line, and sort of forming a wall. And should anyone break through that wall, well, Kahn Sisek is waiting behind to close the gaps. Moiskin sets a pick on Afra. He realizes this, though, and backs up. Sends away Bowman once again. A lot of contact here from Afra, and he's now very close, I think, to picking up his second booking. Why Caminati is included in this discussion is not immediately clear. Van der Bomen is the captain, so if it was sort of a general message of please slow down, guys, he probably would have been the recipient. But maybe Caminati and Afra have been guilty in fighting for a while, and referee Ionati pointing that out. And the moment, Völler. Van der Bomen wants the pass, I think. Gets it now, but not quite what he was looking for originally. Jörg Diel, of course, has to be careful. Shot from Van der Bomen. And Jessie Trommer saves it. Not an easy save by any means, but she barely breaks a sweat. It's won by Völler. So, Van der Bomen. Kahn Sisek gets the yellow card. And he will be suspended for 2 minutes or until the Dutch score, which is honestly a pretty likely event. The next step of the ladder for Sisek will be a red card the next time he acts up, and that means not only a suspension, but that means that his team will play shorthanded the rest of the game. Van der Bomen immediately takes advantage of the power play, and Sisek, hang on. Sisek's allowed to enter the game again, right? Oh yeah, here it comes. Okay. Some confusion. This is the first suspension of the tournament so far. So guess we can set that check mark as well. Sisek back in despite, at risk of being sent off. Here he wins a foul from Kaminati, perhaps. Afra is asked to head to the bench. What's going on here? Oh, so Afra has been. Now I realize what's going on. He has been selected for a speed test. The referee, at the referee's discretion, they can ask for a speed test of any player at any time. And Sika apparently has suspicions that Afra is speeding, and certainly he looks very quick. That might just be him being in great control of his chair, though. So we will look to find out. Of course, speeding is if he is caught for speeding, he will be thrown out of the game. Essentially, it's and the Germans, I assume, although we are getting to parts of the rule book here where I may be a bit hazy in the memory, but I believe the Germans will be forced to play short-handed for the rest of the game. And I believe also, to make matters worse, that here comes the decision. Okay, everything was fine. So a bullet dodged from for Germany. Sisek playing despite having the yellow card now. If he picks up another foul, another harsh foul, he will be sent off, and the Germans will be playing short-handed. And obviously, that's a grave risk to take, but Sisek is indispensable for the German team. Afra, beautiful moves, but he's swarmed by Dutch defenders, and he has to pull it back out. Afra, nifty moves. Maybe he will find Sisek. No, Sisek moves in to set a screen on Van Bomen. Oh, he tries to pass. Sisek won't receive it. It's blocked, I think, by Fella. Fella picks it up himself. On the counter attack, he flips it back to Van Bomen, and the Dutch reset. So 3-3 with 13 minutes to go. Of course, the third Dutch goal coming during power play. Say if Sisek had been if it had been the Dutch team in trouble with the referees, they would simply just substitute in one of their other world-class handstick players. But Germany not quite that lucky of having multiple superstars on their team, and so Sisek simply indispensable for the German team, and they are forced to roll the dice that he can stay composed, stay out of trouble. Oof. Shot from the half court line, basically. Sisek loses it. Kaminati maybe picks it up. No. Sisek to Afra. Oiskens Kaminati caught behind the play now. Sisek, Afra. Van der Bomen denies Afra a shot. A great defender as well, Van der Bowman. His reach is so long that he can guard basically the entire arc on his own. Can he find the shot? He will now. Behind Toma, but it's wide of the net. Toma again having read the play. There's a foul. On who? On Deal, maybe. Again, if that's a foul, aren't they taking away a open scoring opportunity? And German coaching staff can't take the pressure anymore. They feel like they have to remove Cisic to ensure that the Germans will finish the game with all 5 players still on the court. And now Fella maybe has been called in for a speed test. All right. So one of each for these. We will wait for a moment as that's been figuring out. So Cisic removed basically out of necessity for the Germans. He has now accrued. He's now gotten into enough trouble with the referees that they don't dare to keep him in. In comes Stefan Utz, the veteran who, after this game, will be retiring from Powerchair hockey. A short, brief ceremony was held in his honor during pregame. The fans thanked him for his many years of service in favor of the German national team. Utz, a part of the German team that won the World Championships in 2010, where they beat, coincidentally, Holland in the final, right here in this arena at Lidiano Saviadoro. Utz, a true legend of the game. He has been around forever, essentially. He has been here since the beginning of the game in the early 90s. Fella is back, having stayed below the speed limit. Van der Bowman Fella. Utz taking up Cisic's spot, both sort of on the lineup card, but also actually on the court of that roaming sweeper defender behind the high 3-man line from Germany. Van der Bowman attacks. Fella, there you see an example of it. Excuse me. Utz turning away Van der Bowman. He sends it back to Fella. And the Dutch start over. 10 minutes to go in this game. This game will go to extra time and penalties if necessary. Utz, being a bit rough, I thought, with Fella, but game was allowed to, the teams were allowed to play on. Some sort of foul on one of the German defenders, Bauer perhaps. Van der Bowman. Looking for Fella. Fella, a tremendous talent. Fella has kept his high level play going despite cutting his beautiful red hair. He used to rock essentially a red afro. Sadly, that has been caught. But unlike Samson, he seems to have kept his powers despite Fender Bowman building up. Fender Bowman loses control of the balls. The rarest of mistakes. Deal almost wins it, but he gets a nudge from Fender Bowman, and the Dutch retain possession. Deal spinning around, trying to guard both the pass and the ball handler. Oh, who's reaching back? He almost overran the play. And the Bowman picks up. Both teams, in a certain sense, in control of this. Oof, shot from Fender Bowman, but a simple save from Jesse Thomas. Or I say a simple save. Shot saved this time by Tomar again. Oishkin called for a violation. We have a timeout. Maybe something is up with Afra's chair. With all this contact going on, the equipment is put to the test. Things seem to be all right for Afra. Afra will pull it back out with his running mate Sisik out of sitting on the bench. He will look for Utz as a recipient of some of his passes, but more likely I think he will go for his own shot. Here it comes, maybe. Saved by Fredegård. Great save by Fredegård. We are seeing some pretty good goalie play in this game. Shot by Afra, saved by Fredegård. Utz picks it up and the Germans retain. Oh, the Germans knocking on the door. They have yet to find their way through. Afra drives into a dead end, it seemed. He's going to keep it anyway, somehow. Afra shot saved by Fredegård. There was an opening for Afra. It was, I think, more of a miss than a save. Very close on the last couple of possessions here for Germany. But now that they have lost possession to the Dutch, minutes can go by until the Germans will get back in possession. So the patient defense from Germany, it cuts both ways. You're not going to generate a lot of turnovers, especially not against a sure-handed team like the Dutch. Fella, here now, a turnover, of course. Just as I say that it will be hard to gain one. They get one immediately, and Alpha picks it up. The Germans have been very dangerous whenever they've been in possession. Some contact between Utz and Oiskin. Afra shot. Oh, off the post. Saved by Fredegård. Oh, Whoa! A very harsh tackle, it seemed to me, by Utz. Fella's chair seems to be Utz, it seemed to me, was playing the ball, and somehow the call goes against him. Okay. Of course, you should trust head referee Ilka Sika over my evaluation, of course. But so the Germans are making a move, changing Utz and the Power for Huber and Megele. So Stefan Megele returns. David Huber has not had a lot of action so far. He scored twice in the penalty shootout series last night. Fella's chair took some sort of irreparable damage, and they will shift him into maybe a reserve chair they have down there on the bench, or is that his everyday chair? Tough to tell. Tatahi, it looks like, will be substituted in instead of Fella, or maybe not. Tatahi first, of course, must be allowed to enter the game. The referee wants the Dutch to tape down his number plate, so might be a bit before the Dutch will be allowed to make their substitution. So the Germans are making their move. They are changing away from the 4-3-2 lineup with a 4-point player, a 3-point player, and a 2-point player into a 4-4-1 with the 4-point player Huber and 4-point players Huber and Afra, along with 2 T-sticks. It will be interesting to see if they keep their defensive shape with the three-man, the high 3-man line, or if they shift into more of a 2-2 formation. So Tatahi finally enters the game, and the duo of Van der Bomen and Tatahi are back together. This is the duo that has won so many championships. This is one of the duos that has won so many championships for the Dutch. But Tatahi is slowly falling out of favor among the Dutch coaches. Van der Heijden and Villa eating away more and more of his playing time. The Germans stay in their 3-1 shape defensively, with the 3 front players being the 2 T-sticks, flanking Afra in the middle, with Huber sitting back deep, waiting to clean up any loose balls or breakthroughs in the wall. This is one, for example. High pressure from the Dutch. A turnover by Afra. Oh, okay. Van der Bomen pulls it out. Oh, Huber wins the ball. Great play by Huber. Afra, maybe. Can't get a shot off. Way to go with the save. The other way now, Tatahi is fouled by Megele, and things can calm down again. Green card for Megele. The bookings have been frequent in this game, owing to the intensity with which the game has been played. Afra, since receiving his booking, or since returning to the second half, has been able to stay out of trouble, mostly. He is fighting with Kaminade, but Tatahi, yeah. Van den Bomen. Deal gets back to his position on the edge. Van der Bowman can't seem to find a crack in the German wall. Tatahi. Toma needs to be so alert here. Tatahi's specialty. A blocking foul by Caminade. She disagrees, but the cat very much out of the bag on this one. Afra will take over. Oish. Van der Bowman goes for the steal, doesn't get it. Megale briefly in the way. Huba shot blocked, I think, by Tatahi. Afra though back in possession. Nice pass from Afra to Huba. Can he do something with it? No. Tried to pass it back, I think, to Afra, but the pass just off target, and understandably, he was under a lot of pressure from Van der Bowman, the excellent defender with the long reach. Huba pulls it back. Can he find Afra maybe? Or his own shot, perhaps? Oh, he tries, but it's wide. Maybe not quite as close as it seemed from up here. Slashing on Afra, and Holland gets it back. 48 seconds on the arena clock. I will be updating you throughout, but you can follow along on your screens, which should be pretty much synced up, but not completely. The Dutch looking for one last shot. The turnover here is killer for the Dutch. They do not want to give the Germans any more cracks at it, any more bites on the apple. Van der Bowman. Oh, almost turned it over right as I said that would be a disaster for Holland. They need the last shot here. Gets by a deal. Huba blocks it or just sends it away, and this will end the game. End the regulation, I should say. So we will have a 5-minute break now, and the game will go to a period of extra time, a single 10-minute period of extra time, during which the golden goal rule is applied so that any goal ends the match, and the winner declared, and the team that scores declared the winner. So you see the Danish guys here looking on. They are, of course, going to play the final in a little bit. Fella trying out the new chair, doing some donuts, seeing if the handling is to his liking. If the 10-minute period of extra time ends without a score, we will go to a penalty shootout. But let's save the explanation of penalty shootouts for later, if and when it becomes necessary. So we are back. The two teams are back. Opening possession will be determined by a coin flip, coin toss. And this could turn out pretty crucial in a game where there isn't a lot of turnovers, there isn't a lot of back and forth. So possessions here are it's a very short resource. So the buzzer going off is essentially a reminder to people that to the teams that they need to get back out of the locker room. They already were, however, so we are ready to go. The Germans have won the coin toss for possession, and we are ready to get going. The Dutch have made the substitution, the obvious one or predictable one of getting Max Lambites back into the game for these final crucial minutes. He takes the place of Caminade. And this, for example, is the lineup that started the game against Denmark during the semifinals. So something close to the ideal lineup for Holland, although that can be a little bit hard to determine. Turnover here for Germany. Warskin sees a window open to catch Afa off guard, and she does. Afa backing into her. Warskin sort of snuck up on him. Clever play by the T-stick player, who obviously rarely get to force a turnover, and this is one of the ways you can do it by inducing a foul. Fender moment, shot saved by Thomas. Thomas so rarely out of position, always where she needs to be. Germans take over. Huber. Oh, Fenden Bowman. Broken up. Shot, score! And that is it for the game. Holland win the bronze medal by way of a golden goal. The ball was absolutely crushed into the far corner. Beautiful, beautiful shots from Fenden Bowman. And that ends the game. Only 1 minute and 30 seconds did it take for the Dutch to end the game. And that'll put some smiles on their faces. And a Band-Aid on the disappointment from last night. Germany, a tough luck fourth place team. They've been in two extra time games consecutively, and to the extent that that's a bit of a coin flip, who wins it? They have lost 2 in a row. Tough luck. They could have easily been in the final later tonight, but no such luck. Well, with these images of the German players congratulating the Dutch, I will sign off for now. Remember, though, everyone, to get back here in time for 5 o'clock when the final will be played. We will find out who will be the 2018 Powerchair Hockey World Champion. The final, Denmark versus Italy, coming up 5 o'clock. Until then, ciao.
Here we are, the full-time interview with Mr. Deal, one of the German players. You said you are a bit disappointed about this game just because you never lost a game in this tournament.
Yeah, we lost this match. It was a very close game, but we are just disappointed because we want to go for the championship, and actually we don't lose a game. So yesterday it was a tie. Today it was a tie, and yeah, we got nothing in our hands, so we are disappointed. But we have to keep our heads up, and yeah, we have a young team. I guess we have the future, and we will come back stronger.
Just to remember to people attending to this interview, the Netherlands won the game with a golden goal in the overtime. So 4-3 is it was the score. And at the end of this tournament, at the end of this week, what can you bring back to Germany?
Oh, we bring a lot of new impressions. I mean, we have a young team and such inexperienced. So we have to learn. So we have to work even harder. I guess we play a very hard defense. I guess we have just 6 or 7 goals against us. I mean, that's really good, but we have to improve our offensive game. And yeah, that's sports. So we have to go further, and then we come back stronger. And hopefully in 2 years or maybe 4 years, we can go back to the top. Yeah.
And tell us something about the touching moment at before the game, dedicated to your teammate who have played his last game with the national team.
Yeah, for him it's a very special moment. I played with him since 10 years in the national teams, 10 years, and we won the World Championship in this sports center. So by golden goal against Netherlands. So I know exactly how it feels on the other side. But yeah, Stefan is a great player, and I think he will stay in the team maybe as another position, maybe, I don't know, whatever. But now he's almost 50, so I guess he has the right moment to retire now.
So this is a tribute for a great player as Lutz. So thank you very much. Well, last question, just one question. The next goal now for Germany, which will be?
The next goal button.
Next goal for Germany. Which goal? Which is your next goal?
The next goal. Oh, the next goal is prepare for the European Championships, and then we will be another time favorite. Of course, every time. I mean, we are just the fourth now, but it was so close at this tournament. Everyone sees Dutch, the team that lost twice, never had before. Italy the first time in the final, Denmark the first time. So it's close, and we have to prepare. And we want to become European champion 2 years, definitely.
So thank you very much for being here, and have a good luck for the European Championship.
All right, thank you too.
And within a very few time, we will be back here with another guest.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Here we are at the very end of the third place game with Roddy Further, one of the winning team. So congratulations for this bronze medal. How is it?
Yeah, very good. Well, at first we didn't manage to win yesterday, but today feels pretty great as well. We got third of the whole world, so that's still pretty big accomplishment.
And you won with a golden goal, and you had technical matters during the game. What happened?
Yeah, I got like really somebody hit my chair, and yeah, then my motor broke, and it's like my chair is standing there and it's broke. And now I just well, my technicus Jelte from Mobility Products had his chair with us, and he got me ready in his chair in like 2 minutes, and eventually I wasn't able to play anymore, but I just really like to thank him as well.
So a big part of this bronze medal is for the technical services. And what about you? What about your game?
Well, I got swapped in for someone who well broke his leg, I think. Not sure if he broke his leg, but yeah. Anyways, I played pretty well. I think I was really into the game. I managed to like score almost a few times. I got big passes out of the way, and I almost never lost the ball on my own. So yeah, it was pretty great. I played a pretty good match.
Is there any person to dedicate this medal to?
To dedicate this medal to, I think the one who scores the last goal. Yes. Well, to be honest, if we didn't have Pascal, our goalkeeper, we had like 10 goals for Germany. So
I say hello to Pascal. So, and what's your next goal now?
Back to the European Championship and win that. We're like in the flow again. We had like some struggles this tournament. We lost from Switzerland. We lost from Denmark. We like never lost 2 times in one tournament. But anyway, we will be back.
So we have you are confident for the next European to win the tournament.
Yes.
Have a good luck.
Thank you.